Oh yeah, guys, it's me, Green Man Bookseller. So, it's Thursday, almost at the end of week 3. Um, yeah, this week's been a bit of a quiet week. So, yeah. Last week and my first week, there were some like really good days and some quiet days, but this week so far has been pretty quiet. I was hoping today would be a little bit on the busy side because it's market day in Shaftesbury, and the market often brings people in. But it's been a bit of a wet day, so wet morning, so that's kind of put people off. And Chad, who does the plants, he wasn't in this morning, not sure why. And his stall often brings quite a few people into the market. So, yeah, bit of a quiet one. Because ideally I'd like to be hitting about 60-65 pound a day, and that pays me bills here, pays all my bills at home and leaves me a little bit. So, this week I've been sort of hovering around about the sort of 25-30 pound mark. So it's a two-edged sword, because on the one hand I'm thinking, oh, I'm not really hitting that target, but then upside, I'm getting sales every day. And coming into it, I knew that it's going to take time for people to like get to know me, that I'm properly here, and I knew I wasn't going to be hitting that target every day. So I came into this with quite a bit of money behind me, sort of like in my bank account. So it's not like I'm going to end up like in debt, like putting my hand down the back of the sofa to scrape together pennies to pay the bills. I've come into this with enough of a financial cushion to survive if things went really, really absolute Pete Tong, which thankfully they haven't. I've been, like I said, I've been doing sales every day, so it's good. Oh, actually, what? I'm going to twizzle you around, guys, a second. Twizzle you around. All right, so I've got these sort of shelving units there. Still got a shelving unit there, but when I started off, because what I did was I think the first Thursday, I changed the tables around, so I had that one there, and then sort of had these 3 here, and I had 2 tables here. I had that one there and another one coming out here. But what I've done in the last week or so, the 6th table I've now taken down, and I've got this bookcase here, which means I can get a few more books out. So there you go. Got to find some stuff to put on there, on the bottom one. Well, I'm going to twizzle you back around a second, guys. Yeah, it's a little bit of a change around, yeah. Now my wife and I, we go to church, an Anglican church down in Blandford, just down the road from us. Not Sunday just gone, but the Sunday before, I picked up a load of books from the back of the church because a local minister, vicar, in not far from Blandford, had been downsizing a library, and that load of books he no longer wanted. So they're at the back of the Blandford Forum Parish Church, free for anyone who wanted them. So that's where my wife and I go, the Blandford Forum Parish Church. So I took quite a few books. I thought, have them in my bookshop for anyone that wants them. And there's a few Bibles in amongst it. And my attitude was, well, I've got these Bibles for free, so I'm going to give them away for free. Last week, 3 people came in. Have you got Bibles? Now, in all the time that I've been on the market, no one's ever asked me for Bibles. And as soon as I've got some in stock to give away, people are coming up to me asking, "Oh, have you got any Bibles?" One of them, he wanted a King James Bible, and I didn't have that I didn't have that version in stock, so unfortunately he had to go away empty-handed. But the other two, they were happy to take a free copy of the ones I did have. And what I did last Sunday, dipped my hand into my pocket, and I ordered 10 copies of the NIV Bible. And so there you go. So I'm going to be giving these away for free. I've already given one away for free. So yeah. And I've this morning there's a couple of Jehovah's Witnesses had a little stand outside the shop. So that they were there because they were there last Thursday. I think it's a regular thing for them to be out there on a Thursday. Because last Thursday they'd been out there and they'd spotted my sign in the window saying I had to go off to Salisbury Hospital for an MRI scan. Yeah, last Thursday I had to close the shop for about 2.5 hours off for an MRI scan. So anyway, today I thought, it's a bit cold and wet, and they look like they could do warming up, the JWs, and so I went out and offered them a couple of tea each. But I mean, they didn't want a cup of tea because they were going to be, they said they're only going to be out there for another 10 minutes before moving on to another part of town. But we got chatting a bit, and they sort of said to me that they'd spotted my sign last week about going for an MRI scan. They just asked me how I was doing, and just asking if I was all right. So got chatting to them about the fact I'd collapsed and having an MRI because it's a suspected seizure and all the rest. So yeah, had a nice little chat. I mean, I don't believe it quite exactly the same as what the JWs believe. They've got slightly, them and me got slightly different beliefs, but don't stop us having a nice conversation, and yeah. So that was a nice little bit. Right, bear with me, guys. I'm going to twizzle you around again. You can see for the market is for the most part packed up. The truckle truck's still out there. She normally stays until about 2ish, something like that. But yeah, for the most part, the market's all gone. If I get up. Oh, bear with me, guys. If I don't move too quick, Dave. Right, where is it? Where did I put it? Got some. Here we go. My wife Amy, she loves these kind of sausages, Dorset pork and red onion. Farm Girl sausages, Sophie. So I think she's got a Facebook page. I love the pork and honey sausages that Sophie does. Oh yeah, very nice sausages. So we put in a Christmas order with Sophie. We ordered a bit of ham, like 1 kilogram joint of ham. We're going to do that for Christmas dinner with the trimmings, the roast potatoes, the parsnips, and all the rest. Oh, and I've ordered a chicken breast from Sophie. It's going to be stuffed with Wensleydale cheese and apricot. Yeah, it was the Wensleydale cheese and apricot one I went for. Very nice. Yeah, but as you can see, not many people out there at the moment. Actually, come on, guys, let's take you outside. Let's take you outside. Christmas lights, they were switched on Monday. This post box often has sort of knitted toppings on it. Fold. They're the bookshop next to me. Now that's a good bookshop, new books on nature and all the rest. So yeah. Right, here we go. This is my little window. Oh look, let's see. Done that. That was the topper, knitted topper that was on the post box before this one. There you go, look at that, Somerset. Yeah. last week of November, and then next week it's December, the run up to Christmas. I'm going to cancel Christmas. I'm a poor skint bookseller. I can't afford it. Yeah, so all I can afford is threepence halfpenny for a present. What can you get for that? All good thing. So anyway, yes, that's just a few little ramblings about how things are going at the moment. It's not too bad at all. Could be worse. Could be a heck of a lot worse. I could still be doing 12-hour shifts. So, oh, that's the thing, yeah, because working at the dairy, that was 12-hour shifts, which I was starting to feel that was a bit too long. But I mean, if this doesn't work out, no, I'm not against going back to the dairy, so don't get me wrong. Even though I was at a point where 12-hour shifts felt long, if the bookshop just completely doesn't work out and I don't find anywhere to go once I leave Eco Gelato, if it's a case of choosing between going back to the dairy and being on the dole queue, well, of course, naturally I'm going to go back to the dairy. But yeah, so like I said, yeah, but it's a physically demanding job and 12-hour shifts. It was taking a toll a little bit on my body. But since I've left the dairy, since I've been doing just the books, these last sort of 2.5 weeks, I've noticed a difference and an improvement. Well, so is my wife, Amy. So one thing she said is, I'm not really suffering backache quite so much. So it's a lot better. So yeah. But anyway, I think I've been rambling enough now, guys. So I'll leave you in peace. Look forward to seeing you in the next video, which, if I pull my finger out and get it organised, it'll be later on today, a book review video. But anyway, in the meantime, stay safe. Happy reading.